is in air, and another to put him in possession of the truth. Oh, this next one is fun. I like this one. I pretend not to teach, but to inquire. Inquiring minds, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Up next. The improvement of understanding is for two ends. First, our own increase of knowledge. Secondly, to enable us to deliver that knowledge to others. Deliver that knowledge to others. What worries you masters you. What worries you masters. Masters. MASTERSU. Okay, up next. Every man has a property in his own person. This nobody has a right to but himself. Our incomes are like our shoes. If too small, they gal and pinch us, but if too large, they cause us to stumble and to trip. To trip, stumble and trip. Stumble. Parents wonder why the streams are bitter when they themselves have poisoned the fountain. The reason why men enter into society is the preservation of their property. The preservation of their property. As people are walking all the time in the same spot, a path appears. As people are walking all the time in the same spot, a path appears. A path appears. The discipline of desires is the background of character. The dread of evil is a much more forcible principle of human actions than the prospect of good. Fashion for the missed part is nothing but the ostentation of riches. That one hurt because I love fashion. Although I'm wearing like my old grandpa cardigan today, but it's freezing. It's minus 30 degrees outside, okay? I needed my cardigan. Okay. There cannot be greater rudeness than to interrupt another in the current of his discourse. I sometimes interrupt people, but I used to be like, oh, if you're talking, I would just nod. So then, no, I was never heard. So I sometimes interrupt people. It's fine. Okay, next. Education begins the gentleman, but reading, good company, and reflection must finish him. I don't think he's referring to like death. I think he's referring to like finishing the package of a gentleman, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Okay. Fortitude is the guard and support of the other virtues. Okay, there's only two left. Two left. So, the state of nature has a law of nature to govern it. Did I already put this one? Yeah, because it's about health, liberty, and possessions. I'm sorry.